What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here on NBA 2K26 here with another rebuild, and today we have ourselves one of the worst teams more than likely going into next season, that being the Brooklyn Nets. But if you watched the video yesterday when I did a Blazers video, I didn't get to utilize all the new features in NBA 2K26 MyNBA. I didn't explore them enough, so today that's what we will be doing. We're going to have every single thing that I don't usually use on today, and I want to see how much has actually changed. So let's go ahead and jump into NBA 2K26, rebuild the Brooklyn Nets with some of these new features that 2K has in store for us in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs, so if you are new around here, want to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. If you go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. So what do you mean by, maybe you're asking, what do you mean by using all the new features? So, of course, if you didn't read the courtside report, here are some of the new things. So there's a directives thing at the end of the season that I didn't use at all yesterday. So I didn't use that at all yesterday, which is why I have it on today. And I want to see how much it actually impacts anything. I don't know if it will, I don't even know if it'll do anything. That's the thing. So this is going to be a little bit more of exploring. So we didn't utilize it in the Blazers video at all. I also have the simulation speed on smartest. I don't remember if I had it on that yesterday, but the one thing that I usually have off that I explained to you guys yesterday is I usually have CPU to CPU trades off because they're always dumb and always stupid. So I usually just play with them off. But today, we're actually going to go ahead and have them on, at least for these maybe first couple of seasons, because I want to see, is the 2K sim engine actually smarter with trades? So we're going to see how that's going to go. So while we've looked at all that, let's actually look at this Nets roster, of course, with how bad they are going to be. So we have Michael Porter Jr., who, of course, was the new addition because they went ahead and traded Cam Johnson and got that 2032 unprotected. We have Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton, Zero Williams, Terrence Mann. Like, this team is going to be bad, like really bad. We also have a draft class today. We didn't have that yesterday. Shout out to Joda Kelmer, of course, with, working hard on these draft classes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and simulate a little bit. I want to see if there's like any trades that pop up that feel realistic. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, because that's what they said. If you use the smartest sim engine, which, by the way, this doesn't actually feel very slow. So the Nets, so the Celtics are trying to give me Anthony Simons. We get, we give them, we didn't even look at the rotation, by the way, which I need to do. But well, yes, it makes sense that the Celtics would want to, would want to be cheaper going forward. This doesn't really make sense for us to do. But yeah, let me actually look at the rotation for the season. I forgot to totally look at that. So Yegor Dimon, Cam Thomas, Porter, Jalen Wilson, Nicholas Claxton. I obviously wasn't really too concerned about the rotation because what we're looking at right now is probably not going to none of these guys may be staying on this team. I'll just tell you that right now. A lot of these guys are probably going to be moved. Even Claxton, he used to be like an 83 and 84 overall. Now he's a 79 overall. So what are we going to actually do with that? So he's even somebody I'm going to move. But we got one trade offer so far. It was okay. It wasn't the worst offer I've ever seen. It kind of made sense for the Celtics side of things. So the Nets, Pelicans are trying to give us DeJounte Murray. They get Nicholas Claxton, and they also get a first-round pick swap. I mean, I don't think it really makes sense for us to want DeJounte Murray, so we're not going to go ahead and do anything with that either. But when we get close to the trade deadline, we should get other teams making trades with each other, which is going to be the true test. So again, we get Collins and Jalen Smith. That doesn't really do anything for us. So far, I'm not too impressed, this is a reason why I always play with these CPU trades off, because they're always really stupid. But this is a trade between two other teams. So, pretty simple. Zeke Naji for Sam Merrill. I mean, I guess the Nuggets get a second-round pick and Sam Merrill. I don't really see the Cavs wanting to do that. I don't think that makes a ton of sense. So, we're going to go ahead and veto that. Kyrie is your Cup MVP, which, of course, we know is a new feature, which was cool. We saw that yesterday. Lonzo Ball comes to us. Again, just not really something. I'm not impressed so far. I'll just say that. Okay, here's one. We get Jet Howard and a first-round pick, and they get a second-round pick in Cam Thomas. I mean, 29 first-round pick swap, worst. Nah, I'm good on that. So that's going to be probably a bad pick if I had to guess. Brogdon for Zaire Williams. I don't even think Brogdon's on a team right now in real life. Unfortunately, right now, we're actually a lot better than we would like to be. So Devin Carter, a top 5 protected pick from the Kings. Again, not really seeing anything that I'm impressed with, but I'm going to keep going until the trade deadline. And then we'll probably be making some trades there, I'm not going to lie, because I do want to focus on actually rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets, but I just approved that trade, and I did not mean to, by the way. But Dylan Brooks, no, I'm good. I think that was like Lonzo for Jonas Valanciunas. Like, I don't know. Whatever, I accidentally accepted it. Jarris Walker for Cam Thomas. I mean, I wouldn't hate getting Jarris Walker going forward, but was that even Jarris Walker? I don't know. And then now things are starting to get slower. So Harrison Barnes from Grayson Allen, a second round pick. I mean, sure, it's nothing too crazy there. Blake Monk for Aaron Gordon. I mean, no, I think Denver really likes Aaron Gordon. So yeah, a lot of these trades, I'm not impressed. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't think this is really doing anything for us. So let me just skip to the trade deadline. I'm probably gonna turn these CPU trades off. I don't see anything much different. A lot of them are just kind of silly like usual. So maybe they utilize like, you know, pick swaps and all that, but I'm gonna get to the trade deadline and we're gonna focus on the Nets now. But I will still be looking at that feature at the end of the season to see what that's all about. Okay, first trade is done. I actually didn't expect the Lakers to accept that right off rip, but they sure did. So I'll probably end up showing it while I was building it out. But Claxton's heading to the Lakers. We get a 2030 first off of them. We also get Rui. Don't plan on re-signing him, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get some draft capital here, and that's going to be a good start. So Claxton's going to be our first trade at the deadline. I don't think that's the last one. We're currently 15 and 34. I want to be as bad as possible. And of course, I want to go ahead, continue to make moves here. So let's see if there's anybody else that's worth selling. But I know Claxton is going to be someone that's going to be probably heavily looked at by other teams at the deadline. One thing I did notice just off rip is that Daron Sharp isn't even on our roster. I have no idea why, because he did re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets, but for whatever reason, 2K just does not have him on the Nets. I have no idea why. It also didn't say that we waived him or anything. I mean, it's not showing any waves, so maybe, I don't know. Regardless, it's not showing he was waived, but Nicholas Claxton, I think, is going to be the only move we do at the deadline. We're 15 and 34. Just had to point that out, that just in case you were wondering. So, obviously, the Nets, I think, have a lot of players in their roster right now, so they still need to make cuts, I believe. But yeah, I'm not the one that doesn't have Daron Sharp. He just simply wasn't there. But I guess Drew Timmy's going to start the rest of the season. So he's going to be a true tank commander, which I'm fine with. But 15 and 34, I need to continue to bottom out. I need to be as bad as possible. I want a good draft pick here. We actually have a real draft class for this first season. But for whatever reason, we're starting to win some games. I don't want to see us win games. I want us to be very bad. And I can't wait to see what this end of the season feature is going to look like and see what that does for us going forward. So Jokic is going to win MVP. Flag is Rookie of the Year. Monk is your sixth man. Williams is your depoy. Sarr is your most improved. And Trey is your clutch player. And Kidd is your coach of the year. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, All-NBA third. Obviously, none of this really matters for us because we were really bad. But do get Demon make an all-rookie first team, which is great to see. Averaged 9 points per game in his first season. Obviously, we're a very young team. I don't plan on being good for quite some time. But let's take a look at the player stats. So you had 28 from Cam Thomas, who's just, like I said, we're not really surprised by seeing this. He's just such a stud in the 2K sim. 18 from Michael Porter Jr., 12 from Keon Johnson, and 12 from Rui Hachimura. But none of this matters. Of course, we were not in the playoffs, so let's go ahead and see who goes on to win the whole thing. It'll probably be Dallas. I've noticed that's been kind of the trend. And Chicago's randomly here as well. And the Mavericks beat them in 5. So that is going to be your first championship. So here is the thing I was talking about. I did not look at this at all yesterday. Your governor has allocated 38 points this year. So this is new. This looks like a MyGM feature, I'm going to be honest with you. But for whatever reason, it's in MyNBA. I don't really know what this is going to do in MyNBA. I turned it off yesterday. I don't think I'll be using this going forward, but I'm going to explore it today. So let's advance, I guess. The arena renovations. We got training facility, a practice and workout facility, a sports medicine for recovery and injury. So we do have injuries off, so I don't feel like we need to do that. Luxury box improves the premium seat experience. Where we can go over to pricing, I guess. Okay, interesting. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I guess practice workout facility. I guess I'll do this. Advance this. And then what else can I do? Oh, I guess that's all of our points. I guess we're already kind of using. I mean, I guess I'm just going to use it. I have no idea what that does. I'm going to be honest. But we did it. So here are your retirements for the season. But here's the moment of truth. The draft lottery. Now, I'm pretty sure 2K has it to where the Nets draft pick is going to the Rockets, which just obviously is not the case at all in real life. The Nets do, in fact, have their 2026 pick. They got it back in that trade they made with, I think, well, it was obviously they made a trade to get it back. That's all you need to know. But can't remember exactly what trade with what team, but I think it was the Suns or I don't remember. Regardless, they have their 2026 first. But let's go see if our pick gets into the top 4 or whatever. We're the 5th best odds, and we get number 4. I'll take it. There's going to be 4 prospects I'm totally okay with. Again, it's saying it goes to the Rockets. That is not true. Not true at all. Now, I will say we do not have our pick next year. It goes to the Rockets. So definitely need to, you know, not try to tank next year necessarily, but we might tank by default. We're not going to be all of a sudden a contender next year. So I'm going to go get my pick back from the Rockets, and I'll see you guys on draft night with who we take at number 4. Let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy and see how the draft order falls, and let's see who we're getting at pick number 4. So Sacramento is going to take AJ DeBanza, which makes sense. We got the Spurs taking Darren Peterson, so they're starting to build something really special over there in San Antonio. That's going to be a tough team to take down. Washington is going to take Lester Payton. So I actually don't know if that's a real person. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard of him. But I know we have Nate Ament and also Boozer in this draft, and I think we obviously have to take Boozer. I know Boozer is projected to be pretty damn good. I know Nate Ament is as well, but I think Boozer's like one of the top 3 prospects. So I'm going to go ahead and take Boozer, 6'9" Duke forward. Shout out to Joe DeKilmer for having these draft classes somewhat ready. I'm sure he's not done with them by any means. Like the game, I'm still recording this on the night that 2K just released, by the way. So Boozer is 77 overall. Nate was a 77. So I know Mikal Brown's real, I believe. Kareem Lopez is real. There's some of these guys I've heard of, like Caleb Wilson's real, but we walked away with Boozer. So that feels good at the 4th pick. We'll take that. I think Lester Payton is... I think he's auto-generated, but I could be wrong. But we got Boozer, and we also got Dave Carroll in round 2. I probably won't worry about signing Dave Carroll. I think he's not real. Player options, Clowney and Whitehead will accept, and then qualifying offers rather. We got Cam Thomas, who's a free agent. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I know he just went off for us, but I have no interest in bringing him back. Really don't. So I'm just gonna let him walk. I know that sounds crazy, but I really don't want to bring him back. I don't want to pay him what he's gonna be asking. Although he's only asked for $13 million. Which just is a total turnaround from what he wanted in real life, which is why there hasn't been a deal done in real life. So these contract sliders may be a little off, but giving Cam Thomas $13 million would be an absolute steal. I don't think I can walk. I got to take that, right? I wasn't going to re-sign him, but I mean, if he's only going to ask for $13 million a year, why the hell not? So, I mean, maybe that's what he ends up getting in real life eventually. Maybe he gets reality check and that's all he can get. But yeah, $50 million for 4 years, sign me up for that. I'm totally okay with that. So Cam Thomas is going to be re-signed for that much money. So we have Demon, we have Troyer, and Ben Seraph. We'll see how much these 5 draft picks of the Nets do develop, like how much they develop. Cam Thomas, I guess, is going to start now with him coming back on a very cheap contract. Porter is still here. He's on his big expiring. We got Terrence Mann as well. Boozer, of course, is going to start, and then we have no center anymore because we, of course, trade. Well. Wait, Danny Wolf's just gone? Or no, he's at the power forward. So we'll probably move Danny Wolf to the 5, which I'm still getting used to the fact that you have to use the left stick to, which for whatever reason, it's not letting me there. Wait, position? Why can't I change his position? I can change his secondary, but it's not letting me change his starting spot. I have no idea why. Okay, well, I'm not sure why that's doing that, but Danny Wolf will be moved to the 5. Regardless, there could be someone else we could sign as well. So we do have like Porzingis we could give a contract to. Or we have like Mark Williams, who's 24 years old. We have Hardenstein and DeAndre Ayton. So there is some interesting names, but I think I'm going to go ahead and throw Hardenstein a contract. I know that sounds weird, but we could sign him and he could start for us. Like I said, we're trying to be good next year because we don't have our draft pick. And then we could also flip him later on for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and throw Hardenstein a contract. It'll probably be waived by, well, he probably won't be accepted by the Thunder to come back because obviously they're going to get expensive. And then we do have like Christian Brown here, which I do like. Because like I said, we might as well try to be somewhat good next year with not having our draft pick. So Wolf will be our backup 5. And we kind of have a full rotation technically if we wanted to run some what we have right now. So yeah, I think I'm okay with this. I don't think I'm going to sign anybody else. Let's just go to play progression and see how much these young guys will develop. So we have Hardenstein down 1, which is not surprising, but Demon's up to an 80 or a 78 overall, jumping up 6 overall already. So I do like that. Even Derek Whitehead is jumping up pretty nicely. I don't know how much that will continue. And then Troy is up to 75 and Drake. So I'm already intrigued. Very intrigued. These young guys that they drafted all in the first round are developing very fast, which is what we need in this video. So that's a great sign. So let's go ahead, get in the rotation for year 2. We'll see if these facility things we did at the end of the season mean anything. I'm starting to doubt it does, but we'll see. I'll get in the rotation with you. So Power Rank still has us 30th overall, which of course is not surprising. This team is probably going to still be bad, but again, I was intrigued by seeing the fact that some of these young guys will be developing. So that is awesome, and we are going to play as many of them as we possibly can. So I'm thinking we can go 11 deep. There's not a clear guy that I'm building around. Obviously, Boozer is going to be a big part of what we're doing, and Demon probably now too. So I think the cornerstones are going to be Demon, Boozer. I mean, we even have Traore who developed really nicely, Ben Seraph. Danny Wolf, maybe he continues to develop. Drake Powell was, you know, kind of impressive too. So yeah, I mean, as long as those guys keep jumping up in trajectory, I'm cool with keeping them for as long as possible. So we'll see how this season goes. Porter isn't expiring. I don't know if I'll get anything for him. He had a pretty good season last year. So maybe at the deadline we explore the idea of trading him. Even though we don't have a draft pick, well, I mean, we're off to a good start though. So maybe we somehow make the playoffs. I mean, that is something that could happen with how good Cam Thomas is. But I'll see you guys at the end of year 2, unless if I stop at the trade deadline. So at the end of year number 2, things went actually decently well. And unfortunately, a prompt did show up about our governor, I believe. Actually kind of impressed with how we did this season, but it only popped up for a second and then it just went away. I would have showed it to you guys. I mean, I technically did record it, so maybe I can pop it up here or something, but that was kind of new. Like I said, it was only there for like a second, or I would have showed it to you guys. But Jokic is your MVP, DeBenzo is your Rookie of the Year, Dame is your 6th man, Wim is your D point, and Scoot's your most improved, Kid's your clutch player, and Kid is your Coach of the Year. Here's your All-NBA first team with Jokic, Doncic, Cade, Wemby, and John Morant. All-NBA second team and All-NBA third team. I'm going to assume Boozer finds himself on All-Rookie first team. He sure does. We'll see how he did. He averaged 18 points per game already, so I love to see that. And here's your All-Rookie second team. Lester Payton, of course, who was drafted over Boozer. He averaged 10.5 points per game, so not bad, I guess. All right, so we end up as a play-in team, which is really good because, like I said, we did not have our draft pick this offseason, so there was no need to be, like, extremely bad, but we weren't. So 21 points per game from Cam Thomas. You had 18 from Boozer, 14 from Michael Porter. I did explore the idea of trading Porter, but didn't really see anything that I liked at the deadline. We technically could have traded for Zion Williamson, but didn't really want to do that. 13 and 6 from Demon. You had 9 from Clowney, 9 from Traore, and then 8 from Ben Seraph. So we play Miami in the first leg of the play-in, so let's see if we can take them out and maybe get into the actual playoff dance and not give up a lottery pick to the Rockets. That'd feel really good. So let's see if we can win. Just got to win one game, and we are in the playoffs, but unfortunately not going to be in this one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down to a 9 rotation as well. Might leave some guys out, but I don't really want to forfeit a lottery pick if we can avoid it. So we get Toronto in this one. So let's simcast this one. Let's see if we can't win this game. And, you know, like I said, we'll be in the actual playoffs, get some playoff experience for this young team that we have. But unfortunately for us, we are going to steal it at the end. Okay. We will not be forfeiting a lottery pick this offseason. Now, I don't expect to beat the Hawks, who are the first seed, but we'll see. So we got Trae Young, Daniels, Risha Shea, Jalen Johnson, Porzingis, Okongwu, Alexander Walker, Asa Newell, and Kevin Huerter, who's back in Atlanta. Game 1 does go to the Hawks. Game 2 is going to go to us. Okay, we win Game 2. That's kind of interesting. Michael Porter with 28. Game 3 goes to them. Game 4... oh, man, we are giving the Hawks some fits right now. They're up 3-2, though, and we do lose in 6. But, hey, I'm actually impressed by that. We forced the first seed to 6 games. They got all the way to the conference finals, but the Knicks will go on and win it all. They beat the Mavericks in 6. So Brunson gets to beat... okay, this is what kind of popped up. Let's try... again, it disappears really quickly. So I have no idea what it even said because I was talking, but whatever. So... your governor has allocated 39 points this year. Again, I have no idea if this is doing anything at all. Feel free if you on your own time have figured out that it's doing stuff for you. I have no idea. So arena renovations, I'm assuming with that being grayed out that it's still under, I don't know, like still under work, I guess, or something. Okay, so maybe we go fan night and see what that does. So that's going to be the move this offseason for that. We got Chris Paul retiring, Russell Westbrook retiring, and Paul George retiring. So let's go to the lottery. And again, we're not going to have a lottery pick from at least our pick, but maybe someone else's. So Philadelphia's pick at number 7. Don't remember exactly why we have this, but we do apparently, unless if it's protected and I'm not aware of that. So it looks like it was. It actually jumped up to pick 3, I think, as well. So I don't see our names at all anymore. We do have the 17th pick in this draft, though. And then well, that should be the Rockets pick, I believe. So... yeah, I'm pretty, or unless if it's a pick swap, but I don't think it is. I think that's straight up the Rockets pick this offseason, if I'm not mistaken, which is fine, because I'm going to imagine that Joda Kelmer probably doesn't have real prospects in this one yet, because like I said, the game just came out, so yeah, these guys don't look real right now, so there probably is no point of loading another draft class in this video. But I'm pretty sure the 17th pick is supposed to go back to Houston, if I'm not mistaken. And again, it really doesn't matter because we don't even have real prospects anyway. We have a late pick from the Knicks because of the Mikal Bridges trade. But we'll keep Jordy Fernandez. I feel actually intrigued about what we were able to do last year. So let's go see if there's, I guess anything interesting here late in the draft with this Knicks pick. We have Shannon Stockton, who I guess is a 75 overall. Sure, why not? Welcome. UC San Diego, welcome to the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to be a 74 overall, so not bad. I'll take that. Player options, we'll accept all, of course, these young guys that were all drafted, and I'm intrigued to see how much they, will keep developing. Qualifying offers, Reek Whitehead. We'll, look to maybe bring him back. We'll see. For free agency, I mean, do we have money still? I mean, yeah, we have cap space, so it might be in our best interest to utilize some cap space. Now, one thing I am noticing that the numbers are going up. Well, maybe it's just showing as expected because, we're not going to be able to get Wemby or anything. There is a game plan for Giannis. Of course, there's rumors about that. But what do we truly need to add to this team? We kind of need to... We'll probably be moving one of these guards to the shooting guard spot. So probably Ben Seraph will slide over to the 2. Drake Powell will be there. Wait, where's Cam Thomas at? Wait, what? Wait, whoa, hold on. What am I looking at? Where did Cam Thomas go? I know I'm not being deceived right now. Where's Cam Thomas? Is he just disappeared? Or am I just dumb and I don't see his name? I'm very confused right now. Or am I just looking at... I'm actually baffled. What? Where is Cam Thomas? Where is he? Player Finder? Wait, what? Why is he not showing up on my team right now? I'm so confused right now. I'm very confused. Why is he not on my team? I have no idea. Am I looking at something wrong? I have no clue. He's not a free agent. He shouldn't be anyway. It says... It just doesn't even show him on our team. Dude, I feel like I'm looking at something wrong, but... I don't think I am. He's just gone. Am I missing something? I signed him to a 4-year deal. Why has he just disappeared? It also doesn't even say, like... I think it says he's a... I gotta figure this out. I'm so confused right now. Okay, he is just sitting here in free agency. I swore I gave him a 4-year deal. Did I not? Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. I don't know. Regardless, he's sitting here. I mean, him and Michael Porter Jr. are both extremely cheap, but I don't know. Am I crazy, guys? I don't remember. I'll have to look back at the footage. Maybe I can correct myself later, but I did want to bring in a small forward. I'm not going to lie, but I mean... The idea of bringing in Giannis is kind of speaking to me. The Warriors and the Wizards all in on him. Obviously, there's rumors about Giannis to Brooklyn in real life anyway. We have the cap space. Let's throw him an offer, right? We might as well. So I'm going to go player option, no trade clause. Let's see if we can get Giannis to come over to the Nets. And we do have his #1 best interest. So I am going to try to bring Giannis in. We are going to be able to do that. So we're going to have to renounce, of course, Michael Porter Jr. Cam Thomas's bird rights thing isn't even showing here. Unless if I'm blind, but I don't see them. So, yeah, he's not shown up. But we are going to secure Giannis Antetokounmpo on this team, which is great. Clowney and Reek Whitehead are both asking for a little too much money for my liking. So, neither one of them will be back on this team, it looks like. We do have a little bit of money left to spend, which is nice. I think Boozer will probably slide over to the 3. We kind of have our point guard situation kind of figured out. We still have Hardenstein as well. So, Giannis and Boozer. We'll slide Boozer probably to the 3 now. We'll have Giannis at the 4. Terrence Mann's contract is expiring, so I think we could use that for something else as well at the deadline. So I think the only thing I'd like to bring in is maybe a surefire shooting guard that we can rely on, maybe a good shooter. So let's see. I'm very thrown off by the Cam Thomas thing, dude. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we could just sign him because he was pretty good, but we have Podziemski as well, who is a restricted free agent still. We have Gary Trent Jr., Cam Whitmore, Cason Wallace we can throw some money at. I'm going to throw money at Cam Thomas still, though. I mean, he's still a good player. He still averages a bunch of points. I swore I had him locked up on a bigger deal. I'm just very thrown off by that. I'm going to renounce Clowney. He's asked for too much money for my liking. So we could still sign another player, but I think I'm cool with what we got. So let's go look at player progression. Let's see how much this team is going to continue to develop. So Boozer's up to an 84. These young guys are all still developing. Hardenstein is down. So with signing on Antetokounmpo, we're obviously on a faster trajectory. So there will be some more aggressive moves at the deadline. We still have all this draft capital in the world as well. I'm going to have to look back and see if we did not give Cam Thomas a deal, dude. Maybe I'll cut in if I didn't and correct myself. But we still have all this draft capital to use. I feel like we're on the trajectory on the right path. So let's go look at the rotation going into year number 3. I'm feeling pretty good about what I'm looking at. So yeah, here's the rotation going into year number 3. You got Nolan Traore at the point guard with Cam Thomas at the 2, Boozer's at the 3, and Giannis is at the 4. Hartenstein, Ben Seraph, Dimon, Drake Powell, and Danny Wolf. This is all looking really good. I do 100% believe we will be making another aggressive move at the trade deadline to upgrade this roster even further, but Boozer and Giannis is something that I can get behind. Hartenstein is our starting 5. I don't hate either, but if we can upgrade it, we will. And if we can upgrade from Cam Thomas, I will do that as well. So that's going to be kind of the game plan. I think Traore and Dimon are safe as kind of our guard rotation, but I would like to continue to be aggressive here. So I'll more than likely see you guys at the trade deadline with a big move, hoping to further push ourselves into that contender status. So someone I am eyeing at the trade deadline is going to be Grady Dick. He's averaging 11 points per game on 46% shooting from 3. This is exactly the type of guy we need next to Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is why I'm eyeing him here. We have Cam Thomas and Terrence Mann's contract. Of course, we don't plan on keeping Terrence Mann. That big contract could be utilized really nicely here, which is why we're all over this idea. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can convince Toronto to make this happen. So let's throw the... And that was easy. So that's a done deal. First move at the trade deadline to me feels pretty successful. So now I have Grady Dick at that 2-guard spot with Boozer and Giannis. I love that. The only thing I still may explore at this deadline, as I mentioned, is maybe upgrading from Isaiah Hartenstein. So that might be something I still do here. Other than that, if I don't make a move there, then I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. But this is off. We're 9 games over 500 right now. We just added Grady Dick. I'm feeling pretty good, but let's go see if there's a center upgrade to be made. If not, see you guys at the end of the season. Nikola Jokic is your MVP. Colin Hill is your Rookie of the Year. You got Jaden Hardy as your 6th man. Wemby's your DPOY. And Victor Dudley is your Most Improved. And Halliburton's your Clutch Player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year as the Mavericks went 69-13. Here's your NBA first team. Of course, we get Giannis Antetokounmpo representing, averaging 31-10, which is absolutely beautiful. Here's your All-NBA second team and All-NBA third team. All-defensive first team, we get Giannis on here as well. Here's All-defensive second team, All-rookie first team, and All-rookie second team. So we end up as a 2nd seed out east, which Atlanta still got that first seed. We pushed them to 6 last year. We had 31 from Giannis, 21 from Boozer, 14 from Ben Seraph, 13 from Grady Dick, and 11 from Traore, 11 from Dimon, and 6 and 9 from Hartenstein. So, of course, I did not make another move at the trade deadline. I decided to go into the playoffs as is, with Grady Dick being the main addition at the trade deadline. So let's go ahead and see if we can go far in these playoffs. We get to play the Cavaliers in round 1, who have Michael Porter Jr., funny enough, which we just had him. We have Garland, Mitchell, MPJ, which I actually do like that addition for them a lot. Mobley, Allen, Jalen Tyson, Proctor, Yabusele, and Pell Larson. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. We're blowing them out so far, and we may sweep them. We do. So we take out a contender in the East, in my opinion, in Cleveland. Although, I mean, they did come from the play-in here in the simulation at least. But who do we get? It's going to be Toronto, which it's funny because we obviously made a move with them at the deadline. We did give them Cam Thomas, which could give them superpowers because Cam Thomas is that kind of guy. But I do love the fact that we got Grady Dick, so this should be an interesting series. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. Game 3 goes to us. Wow, we are OP so far. We have not lost a game, and we continue that. So now we get to play Detroit or Atlanta. So Detroit is up 3-0 right now, though, so it looks like we may see them. And Atlanta wins 1. They win another one. Are they going to come back from... Nope, they lose to Detroit in 6. Okay, we may be punching our ticket to the finals, but we got to get past the Pistons here. But I feel decent about our chances. Let's see what happens. So game 1 is going to go to Detroit. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. They win both games in Brooklyn. Not a good sign for us. I thought that we would have a shot here, but I guess we may be another season away. But let's see if we can come back in this series. We got to win both games in Detroit on the road. Let's see if we have that in our back pocket to do so. We have the lead right now, but they're trying to... And, of course, they took it at the end. So they're going to win 3-0. So we got to win another one. Or we got to win 4 in a row if we're going to get back in this series. We had a shot to keep the series alive there, and we choked it at the very end. So let's see if we win game 4 to, maybe push this another game. And we do, 115-106. So we're technically not dead yet. I mean, I did come back from 3-0 in the last video in our very first 2K rebuild, but let's see if we're able to do it. It looks like that's... Well, I mean, we did come back in this game, so we might have a shot. Can we hang on here? Oh my gosh, we win another one. Okay, we're still not dead. 31 from Boozer, 21 from Grady Dick, and 20 from Giannis. We win another one. A game 7 can happen back in Brooklyn. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see if we can make it happen. We win the first quarter, we win the second quarter, but they're trying to get back in the game. And they are going to win 126 and 130. So it was there for a second. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. The Pistons do go on and win it all, though. They beat the Mavericks in 7. So shout out to Detroit for that. Let's try to, why does that, but okay. 2K, if you want that to be a future, why does that pop up and then disappear immediately? That makes literally no sense. I'm not even pushing anything. It just pops up, disappears, and you have no idea what it said. Unless there's another way to look at it, but it literally didn't. I think it said something about fan interest. That's all I got. So that's kind of annoying, but whatever. So, again, I think I said fan interest, so let's keep going with the fan night promotions, although I guess that's all we can really do. I don't know. Or we can, nope, that's it. Okay. I don't think I'll be playing with that going forward. I don't see it really making a difference, but I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm just not noticing it. All right. Lottery again this time. I don't think it's not gonna matter for us again because, you know, draft classes aren't real still. Do we have a pick from anybody? I don't think so. Because we did just trade a pick to the Raptors, I think would have conveyed this year. Why did I say I don't think so? Did I just not? I'm just blind. Okay, so we have 5 and 9. So we have the 5th pick and we have the 9th pick. So we absolutely do have the ammunition to make another big trade here. So yeah, I just totally was like, no, I don't think we have any picks, and we have so many. So let's head to draft night. Since this is auto-generated rookies, you guys kind of already know the game plan. We're probably going to trade these picks and go for it. So there was a center I was kind of looking at the deadline that I kind of liked the idea of. Jokic was available, and he was kind of an interesting idea. But we'll go see if what else I was looking at may be available still. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I kind of want Jaren Jackson. I mean, Jaren Jackson would be a really good fit next to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Him and Giannis in the front court. I mean, it sounds absolutely disgusting. So I'm starting with Hardenstein and our 5th overall pick for Jaren Jackson. They're not going to agree to that just yet. That's fine. I can throw Stockton in the trade. See if that makes it. Yeah, that's a done deal. So we get Jaren Jackson on the team. So we can either move Giannis or we can move Jaren Jackson to the 5. I mean, either way, I think it works. So I'm just going to go ahead and move Giannis there, though. I'm going to have Giannis play the center position, see how that goes. So Giannis is going to play the 5 for us. So Giannis and Jaren Jackson are going to be your front court with Boozer, and we have Traore and Dimon who are going to continue to develop. I mean, this team should go win it all. I don't think we need to do anything in free agency. We got plenty of spacing around Giannis. We do have the 9th pick, but I'm not intrigued because these are big draft classes. So, again, just, you know, really can't do anything. I can't two-way these guys, though. I'm noticing that immediately off rip, but I don't even know if it really matters. So, probably just going to decline all these second-round picks. We'll accept the first at least. I'll accept Danny Wolf as well. And then player options, or sorry, qualifying offers. Santos, no interest there. Any free agents to worry about? None at all. I think we have a full rotation right now. I mean, we could sign another guy, but don't think there's any need to. We could sign, well, we could move someone to the 3, which we probably will move Drake Powell there. But yeah, I think we're good. So let's go in this next season. Let's just go straight to player progression. We were a couple games away from getting to the finals last year. Giannis is down 3 overall, which kind of sucks, but Boozer's 84 Seraph. So the young team is continuing to develop really nicely. I have a great feeling about next year. Let's go look at the rotation going into year number 3 or 4. I can't remember. One of the 2. Power rank does have us 1st overall, and our proficiency is balanced. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about our chances of doing something special this season. So, Traore, Grady Dick, Boozer, Jaren Jackson, Giannis with Ben Seraph, Dimon. I was actually intrigued by Dimon, but his development just kind of stopped for whatever reason. Drake Powell, and then Danny Wolf. We'll also, of course, go back to a 9-man rotation as well. And then I'm just going to move Drake Powell to the 3. So we'll just do that. That should be good. He goes up in overall as well. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm assuming that this team has the ability to go win it all this year. So I will see you guys at the end of year number. Again, I forgot what year this was, but I'll see you guys at the end of it. And hopefully we'll be hoisting our first Larry O'Brien of 2K26 because we didn't win yesterday, unfortunately. So at the end of this season, we literally almost won 70 games. We went 69-13. So feeling pretty good. Another thing I do want to do is win a championship so I can see this dynamic banners thing. So we'll see if we get the chance at that here. I don't know what the dynamic banners thing does. I won't lie to you. But 28 from Giannis, 21 from Jaren Jackson, 20 from Boozer, 15 from Seraph, 11 from Grady Dick, 10 from Traore, and 8 from Dimon. So yeah, I mean, this team should have the ability to go win it all this year, but let's see what's about to happen. So Washington is our first round matchup. Jarris Walker, Lester Payton, who they did draft, and he's up to an 88 overall. So I guess the Wizards did okay. So game 1 is going to go to us, though. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. Remember, we coasted to the conference finals last year, and we do win the series pretty easily in round 1. Detroit is potentially our matchup in round 2. They did beat us, but we play the Boston Celtics instead. So Simons is still there. Got White, Brown, a healthy Tatum, and Nick Richards. So, I mean, I feel like we have the firepower to take down the Celtics, but we'll see. 1-0, 2-0. Also, one thing I did, and I have not looked at entirely at all in this rebuild, is the team stats. So offensive rating, we're actually quite low. We were number 11 compared to what I thought we'd be, but we were number 1 defense. And of course, as we all know, the saying goes, defense wins championships. And so far, yeah, we're undefeated in the playoffs so far. But this is where it changed last year too. So good change right now as well. Game 1, gonna go to Atlanta, and it is changing. We lost both games to start things off last year. We actually went down 3-0, if you remember correctly. So this is a very bad situation to be in right now. We get to the conference finals easily both years, but we may fold in the conference finals again. We did that last year, and it was a very similar fate where we lost the game barely at the very end. Damn, I thought this was going to be our year. All right, well, let's see if we have what it takes to come back from 3-0. I thought that we were going to get it done this year, and we're going to just get swept in the conference finals. So we go from being undefeated the first 2 rounds of the last 2 years, but we cannot get it done in the conference finals for whatever reason. The Mavericks beat the Hawks in 4. I think we're going to go another season here. I think I'm going to run it back. Same thing. Let's try to make our organization happy, get them around the building. Again, it disappears. Let's try to juice it, get it over 100, keep it there. Okay, I don't know. This stuff is stupid. I'm not going to lie. Why does it disappear within 2 seconds? I have no idea. I get 1 improvement, renovation, but I'm going to get straight to next season because I'm not changing the thing. This team is set. Still don't know why we can't get over the hump in the conference finals right now. So at the end of this season, we finish up as a 3rd seed in the East. So not quite the 1st seed like we were last year, but you had 27 from Giannis, 22 from Boozer, 20 from Jaren Jackson, 13 from Ben Serif, 12 from Igor Dimon, 11 from Troy Ori, and 10 from Grady Dick. So, I mean, we're looking pretty good, but all that matters is, can we go win it all? Because we have not been able to do that. We've been coasting to the conference finals, but then we lose there. So the Celtics, I mean, we were able to beat them last year, so just got to hope that that same thing is going to occur. Didn't mean to click somebody occur around, but we do win game 2. They win game 3, though, and they tie it up, so we got ourselves a tough matchup already. So let's see if we can win game 5 at home in Brooklyn. Not looking good at the moment, but can we come out here and win this one at home? Overtime, and we are going to win. That was a little too close for comfort, but a win is a win, and hopefully we can go on the road and avoid a game 7 at all costs, because, man, do I really want a championship for this Nets team, but I think I might end it no matter what happens here. So we're going to beat them in 6, and now we get to play Atlanta, the team that did beat us last year. So this could be tough. I'm going to go aim in rotation right away against them. Let's see what happens. So we're going to start in Atlanta this time. So game 1 is going to go to them. Game 2, 2-0, dude. Damn, brutal stuff. So let's see if we can tie the series. I mean, like I said, we went down 3-0 to them last year. And let's see if we can come back in this. And we're going to go down 3-0 again. So Atlanta owns our franchise so far. They just do. So let's see if we can win game 4 at all. And unfortunately, looking like we may. Well, it's a close game, and the Hawks are just going to own us, dude. So, all right, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and, well, I mean, what is Giannis's contract looking like? Maybe we just trade Giannis and try something different, because I really want to bring in a championship, but it's just not going in our favor. So I think I'm going to try one more time. I'll give it one more effort, but Giannis is going to be traded. I think with him being older, that's just the only thing I can think of why this team can't get over the hump. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So Giannis is going to be gone. We'll just, again, skip through this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's affecting our championship chances. I'm not sure. But let's go the lottery. With not having draft classes yet, I've been kind of just skimming through these because it's not really helping us right now. And we got Redick as our coach as well. Giannis, we're going to see. He has a player option, so we actually don't even have his control right now. let's go straight to rookie signing and let's see if he's going to accept his player option or not. So we had the 12th pick and they do take us a 76 overall, which could be helpful. Giannis is going to accept his player option, which is helpful too. So let's see what Giannis could get us. And that is going to be, we still can't trade him right now though. Why can't we make trades yet? Okay, qualifying offers. Can we make trades now? There it is. Okay, let's go see if Giannis can fetch us anything. I'm going to have we'll see what pops up. So Ace Bailey and Walker Kessler is interesting, I guess. And then Cade and Jovic. We can get Cade Cunningham or Barnes and RJ Barrett. So I think we got to go with one of these moves. So we have Boozer. We can slide Jaren Jackson to 5. We can have an Ace Bailey. And we have Kessler that we can throw in here as well. I mean, I think this is the move right here. So we are going to go ahead and make this shift. Giannis is going to go bye-bye, and we'll have to move things around here. But Kessler's our new backup center. We'll have Greedy Dick probably still at the 3. We'll have Boozer back to the 4. It'll get figured out. But for free agency, we have Boozer, which, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Got to re-sign him. Jaren Jackson, got to re-sign him. Priori and Demon, 2 guys I have interest in as well. So bring all those guys back, and I think that's going to be the only move that's different. So let's go look at this final rotation, though, because after this, I'm done. That was the big shift, and hopefully it changes something for us. So here is indeed the final rotation. Priori, Grady Dick, Ace Bailey is a new addition, of course, here with Cameron Boozer, Kessler, Jaren Jackson is going to come off the bench, I guess. Yorgor Dimon, Ben Seraph, and then I guess Sam Harrison if we run an IM rotation, which we will for this season. All right, this is it. Now or never. I will see you guys at the end of this one. We trade Giannis Antetokounmpo away for Ace Bailey and Kessler. Let's see if it changed anything, and I'm hoping to hoist our first trophy of 2K26, but we'll see, man. So far, I'm not feeling positive about that idea. Second seed in the East for this final shot, and here were your player stats. You had 26 from Boozer, 21 from Ace Bailey, 17 from Jaren Jackson, 14 from Chory, 13 from Grady Dick, and then 10 from Dimon, 10, 7, and 10 from Kessler. So, final shot at it. We'll see how it goes. We get to play the Chicago Bulls in round 1. So, of course, they got the energy-generated rookies with, Giddey and Kobe White. So, let's see how this is about to go. And Jaime Jaquez. We're up 1-0. We're in an even series already. 2-1, 3-1, and we will beat them in hopefully 6. Yes, okay. Made me a little nervous, but we beat them in 6, and now we're going to play the Orlando Magic, who I have not played in this video, I believe. So it looks like we made our governor proud, and we get to play the Orlando Magic, who have Hayes, you got McCormick, you got Franz, Paulo, and then Caleb Wilson. Okay. See how this is about to go. So game 1 is going to go to Orlando. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Game 5, big one. We're up 3-2. Beat them in 6. Yes, we're in the conference finals. Okay. Atlanta or Washington. It'll be the Hawks, and they've been the team that's beat us twice in a row. So we'll see if we have what it takes to beat them this time. So game 1 goes to us. It's been a much better start than the last 2 times. 2-0, 3-0, and we may be in the clear. We've made it to the finals. Okay. But can we win it all? I think that, wait, I don't even know if I made the finals in the last video. I can't even remember. I don't think we did. So this is my first time in the NBA finals in 2K26, as crazy as that sounds. Got LaMelo Ball and Denny Avdia joining Cooper Flag and Dallas, who's a 99 overall. All right, game 1 is going to go to us. Good start. Game 2 is going to go to them. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Big game 5. I think we got a simcast game 5. So let's see if we can't win game 5 on the road in Dallas and go celebrate a championship winning game 6. That would be the best way to end this bad boy. And of course we lose. We're down 3-2. Okay. We pull out the 8-man rotation and we'll see if we can force a game 7. We're at home for game 6. We're getting blown out so far, but we can get back in it. I hope. Nope, we're not. Oh, wait. No, we lost. False hope. So, the trophy is still not happening for me in 2K26 so far. We have not won our first championship just yet. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for me in this one. I'm ending it there. So, I guess we took the next step and made it to the finals at least in a video. But, damn, man. I'm heartbroken. We can't get it done for whatever reason. Hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. The new 2K26 features, I mean, I didn't really notice anything different. The game is not changed very much. But at least it's not, the worst mode in the world. It could be worse. I think this mode is much better than Madden's franchise mode, I will say. There's a lot more control you can have. But at the end of the day, there could be some improvements, and I don't know if we'll ever get it. I think I said that in the last video as well. But thank y'all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.